live on the air. I'm Richard Saile.
This is wild.
Hello, welcome back to another episode of Lounge Time. I'm your host, Rich Saile, and today we have a very special NBA Finals preview episode with my NBA nerd. He's been on the show before. You saw him for the AFC NFC Championship.
Let's go.
My friend Joey talking New York Knicks.
Let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks.
Joey, how you doing, man?
I'm fucking hype right now.
All right.
Knicks in the finals versus the Spurs. This is what everyone wanted. You know, Wemby versus Brunson, no OKC. OKC fans, don't judge me. I mean, you know, free throw merchants, just saying. I'm just putting it out there. No one wants OKC there.
I'm glad the Oklahoma City Floppers and Foul Baiters are not in the finals. I forgot to say that on a special collab. I forgot, but
Yeah.
I want to say that now.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, they flop nonstop.
would you also believe that the last time you were on here, you actually predicted this NBA Finals
Yes.
matchup, and now it's happened?
Yes. I'm the NBA nerd for a reason, Rich. NBA nerd for a reason. They call me that for a reason. I think I said Knicks in 7, right?
You
in
have
the
that.
finals.
You have that. Yes.
So, I mean,
Yes.
hey, people judged Mike Brown. I know, Rich, you weren't crazy about him.
That's TBD.
Okay, yes, but still, we'll see. He's gone far with Tibbs compared to Tibbs.
Oh,
Our
yeah.
offense
Yeah.
has been amazing. Amazing. If you watch any Knicks games, this ball movement's amazing. The fact that he took Cat as a point when Brunson, you know, sometimes getting locked up.
Right.
Tibbs never did that. I was really impressed. He's managed to utilize Cat in a way that no one thought can. I mean, he was putting up triple doubles when he was playing point. So, I mean, this offense is great. The depth is great. We match up really great against the Spurs, like non-biasly.
I want to talk about the series right now because you mentioned that the Knicks won the NBA Cup championship last time you were on, and the Knicks won 2 of the 3 matchups with the Spurs. So they have the Spurs number right now, just like Spurs had OKC's number.
Yeah.
So now that looking at both of these teams' finals runs to this point, Game 1 starts tonight. This episode should be out before Game 1 tips off or a little after. I want to ask you strictly about how both teams are from the last time they met in the regular season up until right now. How much do you think has changed between both teams heading into Game 1 of the finals?
So, like I said before, I think Mike Brown's doing a good job utilizing the offense in terms of making Cat point and then Brunson at point guard sometimes.
Okay.
And even if they're both not doing great, Michael Bridges is having a great playoff run, honestly. Like, OG's doing great. I saw a statistic. I'm not going to believe it till I see it in the finals. But OG has actually locked up Wemby one-on-one at times in terms of just stripping the ball, you know, creating pressure on him. That's what I've seen, but I have to see it for myself in the finals. I know finals is way different than, you know, NBA Cup regular season stuff.
Yeah.
But my number one goal is to stop Wemby. I mean, that's everyone's goal. But you can only do so much to stop him.
How much has changed on the Spurs end since the last meeting with the Knicks?
You know, I realized the Spurs are doing really good at using Dylan Harper. It's about fucking time. And I'm a Rutgers alumni. I love Dylan Harper.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of him, bro. Like I know as a Knicks fan, it's gonna pain if we lose the finals, but in a way, like I'd be happy for Dylan Harper because, like, he's putting the shine and glory on Rutgers. We're like fucking shit. We're fucking. How did we not like fucking make the at least like fucking Elite 8 with this Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey? It's fucking embarrassing. But again,
it's a shocker you guys didn't make the NCAA tournament. But I am not bringing.
That's another.
I am not here to bring you down for college basketball.
Yeah.
Although I've been trying to get you into it over the years and stuff, and I got a friend of mine that's also looking to get into it as well. I would love to talk college.
But again, they're utilizing Dylan Harper, Devin Vassell is doing great for them. Champagne did great in terms of rebounding even and shooting.
Right.
They're just using their depth well. Like, there's games Wemby's getting locked up, and their depth is doing great.
So I want to ask you, when it comes to things that you're looking to see in the finals for this particular matchup, on both ends, I want to compare. Okay, so what are the things that you think that will decide this finals for who wins and why? You don't have to give me your pick now, but the things that will decide the finals and who wins.
I think what decides the finals here is the pacing, because if you watch Wemby, his pace is pretty slow at times. He gets tired out running back and forth because, he's an offensive and defensive menace. He uses energy way too much to the point where he gets tired out. And I saw some videos where, there was times where he had some bad series against us in the regular season because he was very tired out. He's beat up. So that really comes down to Wemby because, again, Cat's going to get him out of that paint. That's the number one thing. And Cat's a threat at the three. So, I think that's the one thing for the Spurs. I'm going to go on with my Knicks. The Knicks, number one thing, Cat defensively. He's going to get beat up by Wemby bad. That's the number one thing. And I think that's what the one thing Spurs are really good at, the pick and rolls to get Wemby mismatched. And I think we have Brunson and Cat, which are two liabilities on defense, which is why Michael, OG, and I guess you could say Mitchell Robinson can help, disguise that. But that's the number one thing for the Knicks, and then the number one thing for the Spurs, I'd say.
So you mentioned how Wemby is slow at times in how the Spurs want to play. Like, the Spurs want to play fast, but Wemby's a little slow getting up there because he can't run as fast.
He's fast for his size, don't get me wrong, but he could get tired. He could only get tired for so long,
So what I want to ask you is, with the Spurs lining Wemby up, and then it's four guards essentially with Vassell, Champagne, Fox, and Harper at times. Do you think that the Knicks will be able to take advantage of the size of the four guards outside of Wemby, that they can get some matchups that they want, maybe run some unique sets that Mike Brown has offensively that can get somebody like an OG Anunoby to step up, or Mikal Bridges to keep up what he's doing, even a guy like Josh Hart that had games in the Cavs series.
He had some good three-pointing. They were forcing him to shoot, yeah.
Do you think that it's gonna? Do you think that one of those three is gonna have to have a series of games where, like, two games that they're gonna have to perform exceed what they average on a consistent basis?
Michael Bridges for sure needs to keep on being on that hot streak, because he can be on a hot streak for so long. I don't know when he's gonna get cold. So he's been on fire since that last game versus the Hawks. When Jalen Johnson was looking him in the face. I guess he just started locking in after that because they got cocky. But I hope Michael just continues the hot streak. OG's been on and off, but defensively he's been great. And he's been hitting his, spot up threes. That's all we need. Those two are the X factors. Brunson and Cat, they're gonna score when they need to. Right. Cat this series, I don't know, because Wemby, that's my scare, but. Brunson, I think Brunson has been pretty good. There's some series where he's been off, but that's, again, like I said, Michael Bridges and OG have helped that. So
I want to ask you two questions on two big players, probably the most important players in this series. One on Wemby and one on Brunson. With the Spurs and the way they have the four guards, are you worried that the rotation of bodies the Spurs can throw at Brunson will tire him out? Sort of what Indiana had with Aaron Eastwood a little bit?
I think so, a little bit. That's why, like I mentioned, I think Michael and OG need to do something. Brunson can only do so much for this team, But again, this dude, this is the bright lights. Brunson has to show up when he needs to. Versus the Pistons, he dominated, and that was a really physical defense, Sixers even, they played rough against Brunson, and he was playing great. So I guess it really just depends on how we don't know how Brunson's gonna play. I guess we'll see tonight.
Yeah.
Because they got bodies. They definitely do.
Yeah. Because I think that, to me, the one thing that the Spurs can do is they can throw Harper. They can throw Castle. Yeah. They can throw Vassell. They can throw Champagne. They can throw Fox. Yeah. I forgot to mention Steph Castle, by the way. And he's probably going to get the primary assignment on Brunson.
Yeah, probably for sure, yes.
And I forgot to mention Stephon Castle. I know they play with four guards, and they rotate Harper off the bench sometimes, so I don't want to forget that. But I think the fact that the Spurs can throw different looks and what they want to tire out Brunson, my worry for them is, can Brunson get those guys in enough foul trouble to where it is going to be one defender on him, which I don't think they're going to be able to do. I think the Spurs, Mitch Johnson's going to say, all right, Castle, you're going to go a couple series. Okay, Vassell, then it's your turn. Champagny, then it's your turn. Harper, you want to come off the bench? Let's throw you in. De'Aaron Fox, we'll give you a little bit just to slow him down. Because I think that's the only way Jalen Brunson has an off series, is if those bodies the Spurs throw at him, they just make him earn it to the line. They make him, okay, you're not going to do any step back jumpers. You're not going to get blow-bys for a layup. You're not going to do that stuff. I think that's the only way that Brunson has an off series, is if the Spurs just tire him out.
Yeah, I think the one thing Brunson is good at, and I hate to say it because I hate when he does it, but when he foul baits, when they're getting a little too physical, I mean, at points, this guy's like 6'1". He can only do so much.
Right.
Like, to a point where they're bodying him, he's getting no calls. I mean, I understand. Sometimes he has to bait. But sometimes it's too excessive, but he hasn't been doing it a lot this playoffs, surprisingly. But I think this could be a series where he might be doing it, and he might be having a bad look. But, hey, I mean, they can only do so much on Brunson, where to the point where they're going to just body him, and he needs to foul bait. Because he's 6'1". He's not 6'6", you know, where he could just go over the freaking Stephon Castle like Shea did. But yeah, I mean, I think that's the one thing we're going to see. But again, I hear people, this is a saying by the Knicks, you know, nation. Everybody's better than Brunson until they play Brunson. Everybody's better than Brunson until they got to play Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
You saw with Cade, you know, you saw with Donovan Mitchell, James Harden. You see it with every single player. The only player, okay, maybe Halliburton. Okay, Shea, because he played Shea in the regular season.
Okay.
Shea always destroys us. Thank God we didn't play OKC. So, like, again, everyone's better than Brunson until they play Brunson. And Brunson, I saw a statistic where he actually led in playoff. I don't know if this is true or not. He led in playoff history in clutch time percentage, which is surprising, right above Michael Jordan. And I'm not saying he's Michael Jordan, but still, it's impressive.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now I want to go back to the Spurs and Wemby.
Okay.
If you're Mike Brown, you want to get him away from the paint.
Yeah.
But easier said than done.
Right.
With Karl Anthony Towns being the point center.
Yeah.
What else are you going to have to do, you think, to kind of limit Wemby's impact on both ends of the floor? Because he's probably the most impactful player on the court we've seen outside of like LeBron and like Kobe. But I'm saying as a 7'5" big man that can block shots with an 8-foot wingspan.
He's built in a lab,
and that can shoot threes and have step backs, logo threes. We've never seen anything like this. So if you're Mike Brown, other than pulling Wemby away from the rim, how do you beat Wembanyama? What's the best way you?
I'll tell you exactly what Mike Brown said. Pray. That's really it. I mean, people said this about LeBron. People said this about Kobe, Michael Jordan. I'm not saying Wemby's there yet. We got to see. You know, he's still got it. He's 22, which is impressive. But again, the guy's built in a lab. You got to pray. You know. Yes, the one way to stop him is what I told you. Get Cat on the 3-point line. Get him out the paint. At least that way he's a liability there. We don't have to worry about that. Yeah. But again, This is Mitch Johnson. He comes from Popovich Street, so he's gonna figure out ways to counter that. But again, pray. That's all we can do.
So we watched a good amount of NBA Finals over the years, and we always have one game in a series, maybe two, where somebody off the bench wins you a game. And,
I know exactly who's gonna do it.
And I want to ask you, because the Knicks are deeper. The Spurs, I know they have Harper. He's a rookie. Yeah. Luke Kornet's a shot blocker. But the Knicks have guys, I think...
They have Keldon Johnson as well, 6th man of the year.
Right. Yeah. I forgot about Keldon Johnson.
They're deeper. Oh, yeah, they're kind of deeper than us, if I think about it.
So, if it comes down to somebody off the bench that can get enough points that may decide a game or win a game in this series, who are the candidates or the candidate you think is going to be that surprise unsung hero that wins a game for their team in the finals?
I'll say this. Landry Shamet for us, at least.
I knew you were going to go that
Landry Shamet
answer.
is, I mean, he is as important as anyone you'll think. Like, the way his three-pointer, I think he shot like almost 100% in the playoffs. He's been like phenomenal.
Was it 10 of 11 or 11 of 12?
10 of 11.
10 of 11, okay.
Like,
I know I had the right number.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to be one of them. He could be the only one. For the Spurs, I think I'm gonna go Devin Vassell. I'm gonna go with Devin Vassell. He could be their key. He's again a great 3-point volume shooter. But the thing is, he's on and off. This at least this playoffs he's been on and off. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I know first OKC has been consistent, but we'll see. I think Devin Vassell for them.
So I got you down here late January. You had this matchup predicted.
Yes.
You had the Knicks in 7s from last I remember. Is there any amendment you think to that pick, or are you sticking?
I'm sticking with it.
You're sticking with it?
I'm sticking with it. We match up really well. That's why I wanted the first Spurs. I have many reasons why I wanted to versus the Spurs. One, it's a good watch. 2, we match up well, so I think this is going to be a freaking dogfight. 3, it's Knicks versus Spurs. I mean, this is like narrative-driven story. You got Wemby, 22-year-old, generational player to win it first. He's 22. Or Jalen Brunson wins New York's first final since when? Walt Frazier's?
73.
Yeah. I mean, this is like 2 perfect stories here. I mean, nothing can go bad. I think if OKC was there, I think all of America would be rooting for the Knicks. So
Depends who you ask.
yes, but most people will be probably rooting for the Knicks because I mean OKC won it already. Yeah, they're corny. They foul bait. It's just I don't like that team.
You're gonna break a rule I always say on Lounge Time. Once you're out of the playoffs, you're out. We don't talk about you anymore. We're not talking about the blockers and the foul baiters. They're out. They're out. We don't have to talk about them anymore. This is Spurs finals. This is your New York Knicks moment right here that we're on here. So I want to ask you that. Who wins Finals MVP?
You want me to say both sides or just one player?
Well, you have the Knicks in 7.
Yeah.
So I imagine.
I mean, it's kind of obvious. It's going to be Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
Jalen Brunson won Eastern Conference MVP, and he didn't even do the best as he could. So it's mostly a name-driven award.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just going to be Jalen Brunson.
Do you want to predict what he might average?
I'm going to say average.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 24, but he's going to have a game where he scores like 38.
Okay.
He's going to have a game where he scores 38. I think he's going to average 24 a game.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Cat, I don't know if you want me to do the roster, but...
You don't have to do the roster.
Yeah,
I'm saying
okay.
strictly Brunson.
Okay, yeah, Brunson will do 24 probably, yeah.
6 assists per game, maybe.
You know what? I'm going to go like 7.5 assists.
Okay.
I know it's very specific, but 7.5.
38% shot-wise, maybe
I'm going to say...
41?
I'm going to say... Yeah, 38.
38?
38%. He's gonna chuck up. He's gonna try to chuck up some shots,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think it's gonna be 38.
Okay. So you got Brunson Finals MVP. You got still the Knicks in 7. You're gonna stick with that pick.
Yes. Yeah.
You think that if it's gonna be somebody off the bench, it's Landry Shamet. And then we talked about kind of what decides the finals and some of the key matchups on how each coach is going to attack it. So I would say to you this, and I know I've been critical of Mike Brown. You and I have talked about it off camera a lot. I think what worries me with Mike Brown is, and I said this, is where he's not great at taking a team that is on that one piece away from winning a championship. That's where I worry.
Okay.
And I think that he had LeBron in Cleveland, which getting to the finals was a great accomplishment.
The roster was not great.
Right.
And this is the counter I have to you, which I texted you about.
Yeah.
He had Ilgauskas as the second best player next to LeBron. Okay, it was a weak East. With the Magic, Orlando.
Well,
Magic.
Boston had KG, Ray Allen, Rondo, and Paul
Yes,
Pierce.
but I mean,
who they lost to twice in the playoffs over 3 years.
They were kind of getting there.
Twice in 4 years.
Yeah.
Actually.
But again, that Cavs team should have not gone to the finals. Like that roster was not great. I'll go with the Lakers. Okay, they had a good roster, but
he took over once Phil
retired. He took off like 1 year and they fired him. So that also the Kings. I mean, taking the Kings to the playoffs already, like the best accomplishment ever. They fucking suck.
Well, I was going to get to that. It's like, I think he's good for getting a team that's been bottom of the basement and making them
Yeah,
relatively
but again,
competitive.
he hasn't had the talent yet. This is the most talented team you could argue he's ever had.
Well, I would say this to you. With the Lakers, he had Phil's team with Ron Artest, made a world peace. He had Andrew Bynum, he had Pau Gasol, he had Kobe Bryant, he inherited.
Mm-hmm.
And then the very next offseason, they go out and they get Steve Nash and Dwight Howard to pair with Pau and Kobe.
Yeah.
So that's not
But
like...
again, these guys are like, they're out of their prime, you know? They're not like at their peak.
Well, Dwight was in his prime when the Lakers
Dwight,
got.
yes, a little bit, yes. He was in his prime.
Steve Nash was on the tail end.
Steve
yes.
Nash was on the tail end, but he was a good playmaker for them.
Yeah.
But again, like I think we're more talented in terms. I'm not saying I don't know how to say it, but Pau Gasol and Kobe, yes, they're the outlier. But I think in terms of depth and talent, I think this Knicks team's the best he's had, in my opinion. So I told you he should make the finals, and he did. Now it's just we got to win it. That's the main thing.
That's why he's there.
Right.
And I think there's immense pressure on him to do that.
And I think he had LeBron with that shitty Cavs team. You know, yes, he had Kobe with Pau. That was he only had like 1 or 2 years, but and then he had the Kings with Fox, who actually injured his hand mid freaking playoff series, and he still brought them to 7 games with the Warriors?
Seven games, yeah.
And Fox hasn't been the same since. If you realize, he has not been the same since that hand injury.
Yeah.
He's been very, in my opinion, he's not even the second or third best player in that roster. He's been very off, but again, I think this is the most talented roster he's had, and he should win the finals, hopefully.
I'm going to give you 2 questions, and I know your answers to these.
Okay.
But the Knicks, you mentioned I won't mention the Knicks haven't won a championship since 1973. They've been to 2 finals, 94 when they versed Hakeem, and 99 when they versed a rookie Tim Duncan. Now, those teams I don't think compare to this current Knicks team right now, especially the 99 team. I don't think they compare because Patrick Ewing was hurt.
Yeah.
I would ask you first, if the Knicks win the championship, like you say they will, is this the best Knicks team
Yes.
in franchise history?
Yes. 100%. 100%.
Okay.
I think Jalen Brunson's already peaked. If he wins the finals, hands down, better than Carmelo. I think, honestly, at this point, he might be better than Ewing. I'm not even kidding, because
I won't find anybody on that.
Ewing, he got hurt in the finals, yes, okay. Like they never won the finals with Ewing. You know, Ewing couldn't take them to that next step. Brunson took us out of poverty to. I'm not gonna say he is gonna win us yet, but hopefully he will. Right. But let's say he did. He took us to win the finals. You know, who has ever done that? And people doubt him because he's not a 1A player. He's a midget. You know, he's small. He's bad at defense. He can't carry a team. They need a taller guy. This is what I hear from, not going to say names, but fuck you. Not a 1A player, but he beats Cade Cunningham and fucking Donovan Mitchell.
Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah. Again, he doubts. He makes the doubters prove them wrong. He proves all of them wrong. I don't know how much he could do. He literally proves them wrong already. He went to the finals better before Cade. Okay, he went before Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Maxey. What more can this dude do?
Joel Embiid was on that team in the East.
Cat went to the finals before Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
That's Wemby at 22 went before Joel Embiid.
That's crazy to think about.
Yeah,
that really is. So Jalen Brunson, I know you're saying he's the greatest Knick if he wins.
Yes, if he wins.
I know you're saying that he's better than Ewing. I'm not going to fight anybody on that. Okay. I know Walt Frazier won 2, right? I know Willis Reed's up there, right?
Yes, Willis.
Now I think one of the most underrated Knicks. You should know this, Bernard King.
Yes, Bernard King.
And I would have if Brunson wins, I have to say he's better than Bernard King because of this. He's done more to elevate that team. And again, Bernard King was very good. He scored, and the Knicks were just okay with him, but he was a good player. And
I love Walt Frazier. All respect to him, but I think I think Brunson will be the best though. Okay. I know it's controversial. The old heads will say, our era is most talented, most physical. Yeah, okay, but the talent's only getting better. We have a 7'5" freaking 22-year-old. If Brunson beats a 7'5" fucking 22-year-old generational player, probably the most insane player we've ever seen. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't put him on the throne. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it says it for itself. I mean, that's my opinion, but I know some people would argue otherwise. But
all right, so game one.
mm-hmm.
You know, I'm saying good luck to you. I made my pick on the collab I did earlier this week.
Yeah.
I think you know it. I don't have to say it, but I wishing you guys luck tonight.
Yes.
I am.
Okay.
I'm happy whoever wins. By the way, I said it on the collab. I'm saying the same thing here. Thanks again for joining me on the New York Knicks-Spurs NBA Finals quick episode right before Game 1. Good luck to your New York Knicks, and hopefully we'll bring you back next NBA season to preview and stuff. But I'm wishing you your Knicks luck.
Yeah, I hope we win. Yeah. And fuck you, Stephen A. Fucking fake Knicks fan. Fuck Stephen A. He fucking said that he was the reason we went to the finals. Oh my god. I just had to end it on that. Fuck you, Stephen A.
The world revolves around him, apparently. and you have no idea how bad I want to just say, like, one time. Like, it finally did not help the Knicks win a game once. But I'm yet wrong, and I tweeted it right before Game 1, and then I'm like, well, that didn't age well.
Yeah, he could have fucking Donovan Mitchell with Brunson Owens. That's who he wanted initially. Fucking Dame Lillard. Where is he? He fucking tore his Achilles, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. All right. Thanks again so much for hopping on with the Knicks.
No problem.
Spurs. We are going to be back with a little bit new content that I'm coming out with, and it's going to be over the periodic between June and late July before training camps start. It's going to be the NFL offseason team grades. You guys are going to not want to miss that out. That's going to be some exciting content. Joey will be with me for a few teams that we're going to go over. You guys can hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell.
Subscribe. This is the best podcast ever.
We're nearing 50. We're nearing 50 subscribers. We're 9 away. Come on. Just all you got to do is hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, and you're in. That's it.
Yeah.
9 away from 50 subscribers.
One button.
That's
Saturday.
it.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for tuning in.
No problem.
We will see you guys a little bit with some content in between June and late July for the NFL offseason grades. Until then, enjoy the NBA Finals, Knicks-Spurs for all my basketball fans. And for my football fans, I'll see you a little bit with the offseason grades. If not, I'll see you until August with the NFL preseason content. And we'll be getting ready for the 2026 NFL season very, very soon. Have a great weekend. Have a great little bit of the rest of the offseason. We'll see you then.
Go Knicks! Knicks at 7!